What's going on, Raider Nation? TTC, NFL fans. So it was the last pregame video for me with the Raiders. Of course, this season we're obviously not going anywhere, but it's very sad. This game, there's not a whole lot to say because it's meaningless. We thought we could maybe play the spoiler role, but the Chargers lost to the Bengals in embarrassing fashion. That's punchline out there with the Chargers because they found ways to lose this year. Nope, there's no meaning to this game. It's an exhibition in reality to the national scale and the media. I know for the fans, I know it's always big. You play to win the game, and that's what the Raiders, I expect them to be doing that because Tom Cable's going to be fighting for his job. You might say, why is his job in danger to those of you non-Raider fans? Well, Hugh Jackson might be more valuable at this point. Hugh Jackson wants to be a head coach somewhere, most likely, and I think Al Davis is willing to promote him the head coach just to keep him in the Raiders organization rather than letting him coach someone like the Denver Broncos. So, biggest, that's a huge problem right now is the coaching controversy. The players support Tom Cable, and I think the locker room loves him, but his job could very well be in danger because, he won't be fired because his contract is up, but he's going to be playing hard for one more year of shelf life as a Raiders head coach. So I expect them to be going out there and going out to play to win the game. For the Chiefs' perspective, they might be tanking it because this game means nothing. They probably want to rest their starters, make sure they're healthy. Maybe they'll play them in the first half, put in the scrubs in the second half. I don't know, but if the Raiders want to win this game, they're going to have to stop the run because the Chiefs run all over the teams that they've played. I'm not impressed with them because of their strength of wins. They benefited from playing teams like the Bills and Browns instead of the Dolphins and Steelers, which is what we had. So I'm not sold on the Chiefs when it comes to the national scale, but their record is what it is with their record, and for them that's all that matters. It's unfortunate, but Castle needs to be stopped as well. He's very pass efficient. They don't throw it very often, but when they do, he comes through for them when it matters, and that's what the Raiders are going to need to look out for. The running game needs to click. It was pretty dead against the Colts, which, the Colts stepped up their game last week because they needed to. They needed last week's game more than we did. Try to just give more stats to Darren McFadden, maybe a little bit of Marcel Reese, and of course Jacoby Ford. Just show some kind of signs of life. That's really all you can ask for this game because, as said before, this game means nothing. No spoiler role, no nothing. So going on to this game, it's just Tom Cable. How much do they want to play for Tom Cable next year? They're going to play hard, play to win the game. That's all I'm expecting. Now going on, just a brief talk on the NFL in general. I wanted to go down my list of disappointments and list of surprises. For my list of disappointments this year, it would go to the Dallas Cowboys, go to the San Francisco 49ers, and the Houston Texans. I know we lost to two of those three teams, but on the bigger scale, 49ers and Texans were supposed to take over their divisions. Texans started very well, winning the opening game. Their defense was pathetic, which includes that Hail Mary loss to the Jaguars. So, worst ranked secondary, and it shows. For the 49ers case, just terrible all around later in the second half. That 0-5 start. This was supposed to be the year to take over the NFC West and, take advantage of these rebuilding NFC West teams, which the Seahawks and Rams, they technically still are, but one of those two is going to win the division, and 49ers couldn't capitalize on that. And then, of course, you have the Dallas Cowboys expecting to do well, but after a bad start, Wade Phillips gets fired, and that's pretty much all on him for bearing this Dallas Cowboys team early on. So those are my three disappointments. And going on to the three surprises, you got the Chicago Bears, who they have a great defense, but not sold on them to really be part of the elite group. I'm not sold on that. But they've had a good season, winning the NFC North when people said the Vikings, Packers were going to win it. One of those two. The other NFC teams is the Rams and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I didn't expect those two to get even 7 wins this year. So the Rams, Buccaneers, both are fighting for a playoff spot. Buccaneers most likely won't get it, but the Rams, they got one. They got to just win one and they're in, which that would be amazing for a turnaround with what's going on in St. Louis. And so those are my biggest surprise of the year is the Rams. Biggest disappointment is the Cowboys. Let me know, Raider Nation, what you think about this game and regarding the cable situation. I'll have another Raider video at the end of the year, really talking with my, my final thoughts. But let me know what you think, Raider Nation, and who is your disappointment and who is your biggest surprise this year? That's what I want to know from you guys. See y'all later. Have a very happy New Year, but be safe, because I know the New Year's holiday can be very chaotic at times. So have a safe holiday and Happy New Year once again. Go Raiders.